What up? This is Passionate MC, the Cypher God, and you're now rocking with SandoFilms.
SandoFilms.
No muzzle entertainment. Off the mic.
With assertiveness, I felt the rage with a twist like a curse of end, but it came with a calm like results from a search engine. Cause in this world of sin, cursed with men, I back up what I say like the hard drive a journalist is working it. But hey, you're from the suburbs, dude. Well, Tommy Lynn Sales and Charles Manson were from the suburbs too. What I do shouldn't concern you, cause when I turn to a gun taker, guess who the gun turns to?
Passionate MC, aka the Rhode Island Flow Tyrant from Cranston, Rhode Island. I got my start in hip hop. My boy, he used to always say that I had the look. Yo, man, you be a rapper, yo, you look like you be ill. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Get out of here with that, you know? All I cared about at that time was like skateboarding. You know, I was a starting varsity football player at the time. 9 years ago exactly, I met Canibus, and he really kind of pushed me over the hump to actually pursue this. Came into Rhode Island, he had a show, I wasn't old enough to go, I had to connect to him. I stepped aside the studio he was at. Dude was like, he had like, you could hear like Metallica playing on his headphones that was sitting on the little couch. And he came up to me, showed me mad love. He looked at me, he's like, yo, you an MC. So that's in part where the MC came from in my name and how I represented it, you know?
No king, but you notice that after I swung Excalibur with the entire sword attached, you will never see me holding back. I'll be leaving bodies tagged like a Facebook photograph.
Like I always put myself in those positions, those Cypher positions, and even coming to back home, I was affiliated with a movement, you know, grind mode Cypher, and that's really where I started to like put myself in a position to shine, you know, because I always like being where the eyes are looking.
Right flames to ignite pain, more than the price paid, but the lies behind the Malaysia give light change. So acknowledge or to stay and die when I grip your shadow off the street just to box you both at the same time. Like M. Tyson and M. Bison are fighting with strikes like the whites would get from the civil rights with a heightened fist. Tighter than the vices grip multiplied by the bites from pits. Sit enough drive to get by with an expired license, bitch.
And you know, part of when I was building Passionate MC and the type of artist I wanted to be, it was involved in that. I always wanted to be that cat, like who in a Cypher, like in and out, bodies it. People like, yo, who's that? Yo, who's that dude in the hoodie?
The rapping, I'm naturally a multi-syllabic athlete. The hardest job in the world is to spit a verse after me. Because surpassing me is like a teacher with a class who leaves the students behind to be supervised by a Catholic priest. That's not happening. You're better off imagining the imagery used for a blind man just to jack is me. Ha, cause all y'all niggas more than homo. That's why I got your chick with both the legs spread like a Jordan logo.
And because I had a uniform, it was just like, almost like Jay and Silent Bob popping out of nowhere, or just, you know, it's just part of the essence. So that consistency with just delivering any Cypher.
I'm making an entrance, ain't even a body count. I'm just taking attendance. I could recklessly throw a rock with such a trajectory that it circles the planet twice and knocks the person next to me. So fuck your destiny, I control you when I make you catch bullets from that one deuce like Amendola.
And then transitioning into Team Backpack, and that being even, you know, more focused on like the live one take Cypher shit.
Outmatching me lyrically, you be better off trying to go and count back from infinity. And where the fuck Cassidy at? So I can show him how to break bodies down. This anatomy class, keep a leg up to keep a head up over the competition. All I need is an arm's length just to stop the friction. Cause what I got is reckless. It'll get you captain crunched in a box for breakfast.
It's just like having like a dominant presence that people just remember. And because of that consistency from start to where I'm at now.
That hood test with a shook death. His violence isn't always the answer, but motherfucker, it's a good guess. I turned the cabbages to cooked lettuce. So many toes tags, you would swear I had a fucking foot fetish.
And a little bit after that, well, the people, I remember fans saying, well, if Eminem's the rap god, then you're the Cypher god. And it just stuck. I kept seeing it. Eventually, I just said it.
I'm the Cypher god, the Mike Tyson that strikes twice as hard. Right or wrong, I'ma get even despite the odds. And I let my daughter shit on you niggas too, but I just strapped her diaper on and I ain't packing up wipes for y'all.
And ever since then, it's just like one of those trademarks. People just, yo, a Cypher God, you know, they get pumped up. So I just roll with it, man, it's great. The first hip hop song I ever heard, I wanna say Friends by Houdini.
You say that you and your girlfriend were so tight. Took her out with you and your guy one night. She even had a set of keys to your home, and you shared most of everything you own.
Or Planet Rock with Africa Bambaataa and Soul Sonic Force. Dream producer to work with, it's kind of tough. But there's a producer I really, you know, wanted to just work with first, just from like a really hip hop, just MC level. A-Rap would definitely be that. And his style, I think, would take me to the next level because he's really good with the hard hitting drums and the airy keys. And the rapid hi-hats and the way he could trick out the patterns and just really, you know, he almost has some Swiss influence, but it's just like he takes it to a whole nother level. So it's like, but there's a producer I really, you know, wanted to just work with first, just from like a really hip hop, just MC level. A-Rap would definitely be that. Dream artist to work with. Well, it's a dream. So in my dream, anything is possible. And if anything is possible, I'm doing a record with Michael Jackson. He's the reason why I gave the music a chance. If I didn't have that curiosity, that inner curiosity about being bigger than myself, about being bigger than life, Michael Jackson is the one that put that there. First time I seen him do the moonwalk, I thought he had like ice underneath his shoes or something. I was just a little kid when I first seen it. He really inspired me to want to be bigger than life. The big hip hop moment, it had to be when I was on the road with Hopsin.
Man, I hate rap, but if the shoe fits, wear it. I become a freak of nature, all the kids stare. Who walk around bumping raw with the shit blaring, saying fuck school and dropping out like a miscarriage.
After he put me on his Knock Madness album, to go on stage, to really see all the fans spit in the verse while I'm on stage, that was like a moment where I was like, damn.
Hey yo, this is already the Rugged Man. We're on tour, heading to LA for our LA show, and then Vegas and Texas, and we're all over the map. We got 22 days left. I'm in the car with my DJ Brown Bum on the wheels of steel, and Passion MC on the other wheel.
Yeah, man, I was on tour with Ari the Rugged Man. It's such an incredible experience. Fun, it's a learning. You learn so much being around him. He takes such good care of you. Like, he knows everybody. Ari, I don't think there's a person he doesn't know. So you end up being introduced to and meeting a bunch of just legendary people. Honestly, it's one of the best experiences in my life. You know, I'm very thankful.
So what the fuck could you possibly expect bringing Denzil Porter in? The unimportant portable pussy supported by the poorest portions, pour it in impartially to push me. I'll import Porter, then export Porter properly, then pinpoint Porter, put him on life supports property.
I got on my grind. I penned like 100 bars, easy. It was just honestly, as corny as it might sound to motherfuckers, it was a moment of passion. It's just like you just get into your zone and you just craft. It's just like the shit comes out of fucking nowhere. And it's just a rap. There's clearly two different levels to this. He's mildly slick with his bars, mildly. But there's no haymaker, there's no punch, it's just two different levels. I can't even compare. It's two different styles. It really is. I'm more quotable than any of that motherfucker shit.
Cause on the bill, they'll know what the cause be, like Cliff Huxtable. It's nothing to get him pilled till he sleeps cause it's comfortable. What's up with you? Porter's so unoriginal that even sending direct shots at him must sound subliminal. I'm killing you. It can officially be seen. Two niggas in his group and his initials DP.
You know, there's a lot more to me when it comes to this shit too. It's like, there's so many angles motherfuckers can take on me because of my look, the way I am, the people I'm around. So for him to even want to go bar for bar, I respect him for that. You know what I mean? I respect it. Fans like it. All right, one of the biggest questions I always get is like, you know, what's up with the uniform and what's up with the sleeveless? And it's bizarre. You know, you see an MC who's always similar uniform every time. I always thought it'd be cool to have that presence, as like a lot of MCs and artists had signatures. Like Michael Jackson was very big on having his signature style. Slick Rick, when you thought of LL Cool J, you know, the Kangol hat, he was probably shirtless with the striped sweats, and you think of Run DMC, you think of the shell top. So like every Flavor Flav with the horns and the clocks, so it's like every MC had their own look. For me, I originally was all hooded up. It was just all black hoodie. I just wanted to create a separation between when I'm just, you know, doing my own thing and when it's time for work. It's like Clark Kent in the phone booth, you know what I mean? So that's my approach. But I went through a hard stage in life in 2011, you know, where I lost my best friend to suicide, and I opened up about it in a record called Blue Strings.
I'm feeling all alone, I hit her up, I knew I couldn't give her up. I called her to apologize for all the times I wasn't there with her, but her voicemail answered and my eyes started filling up. I took a deep breath and I spilled my guts, this is what I said.
And I did put the transition to sleeveless in the video. If you look in, you catch it, you know, it's a kind of like a Easter egg, it's like a hidden gem if you really put the pieces together. But what happened was, you know, she was such a big part of my life and a part of like me being an artist and developing. I used to always share my rhymes with her. Like, you know, you couldn't get any closer to me than her. And the one thing was, when it happened, it put me in such a distraught place. And I remember just feeling like, you know, I felt very heartless. It was just a very dark and grim energy, and that's kind of the energy I carried. So basically the premise around being sleeveless was, they say that you wear your heart on your sleeve. You know, I used to always get that a lot. But when she died, I felt like I didn't have a heart anymore. So I just cut the shits off, and it gave me more of like a ferocious look. I felt like it just kind of the direction I went with it, you know, because I just felt very, very angry, very enraged, very heartless, so to speak.
Attached to the black act, 47 automatic weapon with a trigger mechanism that'll snap back like a hat whenever it's tapped, like a nigga trap, and he gets a two, cause he with a shoe that is class. Clap that, cause the flashbacks of a big laugh that treated like a lab rat, of a serial killer or madman with a trash bag, like a waste of material like it's hazmat. But I never backtrack cause I'm Dexter. Did you in the pleasant rap with your neck up when I collect up the red blood for the next one to be a victim cause I kill it to my breast up.
The current state of hip hop, how do I feel about that? You know, hip hop right now is very good because there's everything. You know, there's so many different styles, there's so many different artists, it's so global, there's such a market for it. Mainstream hip hop has the problem because it's out of whack, it's out of balance. That's my main issue with it. It's like, and there's only one agenda being pushed consistently and forward, and it's basically dumbed down music. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's a lane for everything, but you're not even giving kids or people a chance to really like anything different. You know, it's just being force-fed. There's so many talented artists who don't even get a chance, you know?
Respect the real, but they all question still why your nigga that's ill wasn't given a record deal. Cause I don't ask for shit, you could even ask him it. Sign or unsigned, nobody's fucking with passionate.
I aim to provoke a response emotionally and intellectually. I like giving people like the chills, man. I want people to just have a spark or a jolt that they get from what I do and be able to carry it into just whatever they're doing in their life. They have dreams or they have goals, ambition, whatever the hell they want to do. I just want people to just put on some passionate MC and really take away something from it, from an energetic level, just from an energy level, just really, you know, feel what I put into it and be able to translate that into their own world, you know?
How you feel, what you really bout? They know the motto, take care of every doubt. Thought he had the Midas touch, go front, still I ripped him out. Only chance of something valuable coming from his mouth. Then it's time when I grab